Happy New Year's, January 2nd, Sunday afternoon, and tomorrow is the first trading day of the year. I'm gonna share with you guys 4 ideas that I got for you guys. Number 1 is ALGM. Before we start, people like to have this new year kind of thing. I don't think it matters. I'll be honest. We just went from 2021 to 2022. That doesn't mean suddenly the market is gonna change or anything. We still I think it's silly to think that we have like a yearly kind of thing going on. But regardless of that, here we go. Let's go. We got ALGM. It's a really simple trade actually. We just want to put in the inside day. I just want to buy this thing above the high right here at 36.71 with a stop at the low of 35.76, right? And the reason why is because if you take a look at the weekly chart, we're getting ready to break into all-time high. We already did and came back down and tested the previous area where it consolidated. And stock seems to be tightening up. And yeah, we did put in a day that got rejected, but that after the rejection, the stock didn't fail, which in my eyes means that it has a higher potential. It has potential to the upside. Another one I like is actually, let's do this first. It's another semiconductor, MRAM. I think this one we have traded this before on this channel, and basically great looking weekly chart. The stock made about a 122% move, and then came back down 30%, retraced down 30% to touch the 10-week moving average. And if you take a look at that on the weekly chart, we came almost down to the 50-day. Not really. Actually, not even close. But the 50-day is still rising. The 20-day is starting to flatten out. And I think the stock is putting in a really tight range. I think it's ready to go if we can actually get above the Friday's high. With the stop, this one is hard. Really up to you. I put mine right here, I think. Right there. Yeah, you can put your stop down here if you like, but it's hard. I don't know exactly where to put the stop, to be honest, for this one. But the stock looks good to go though. MRAM, one of my favorite ones. And next one is HOLX, HOLX, and it's a medical instrument supply healthcare sector stock. And the beautiful thing about this stock is if you take a look at the weekly chart, the stock is putting in some good moves. Basically, the stock got going since last year's March, pulled back down, got going again. Now we had a pretty big pullback, a little bounce here, came back down, and then got going again. But this time it really never gave people entries, right? It kind of just went from a downtrend to an uptrend. So it got extended, and then it came back down. It got going again, and I see this as the range tightening up. I think if we can get this thing above $77 ish, it can actually really get going, right? And we're also above the 5-day moving average now. Maybe a little bit extended, but other than that, I think this thing could get going, right? Most likely breaking to all-time high, and so on. Last one we got is a cheaper stock. It's COTY. It's a consumer defense sector stock, and like I said, I don't know what stocks do, but this thing had a huge gap on around November, December area. I'm going to assume that it was due to earnings, a gap, and the stock moved 50% in 3 weeks, 4 weeks in a month. And then we came back down. Once again, the stock didn't fail, usually it's what happens after a quick rejection. Stock didn't fail, instead it pulled back and then consolidated a little bit, which tells me that there is probably still buyers in this thing, and likely we're going to start testing, higher highs. And I like to buy this thing above the high of this right here, which will be about 10.56. And I have a fairly tight stop. I prefer to put it at 10.29, right? 10.29 is where I will put my stop. Let me correct it. I have a different 10.29. That's for COTY. And that's it for this week. And Happy New Year's, guys. This year, I hope that last year I did a Twitter poll, and it seems like it was a meh year for most of you guys. It was a pretty meh year for me too, 2021. So let's hope 2021 we do better. Manage risk, and I'm glad that I'm able to help you guys on this path to becoming a profitable trader. And follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/4hcharts and subscribe to me on the down there in the subscription link. And that's it. Everything's free, and I'll continue to do that in 2022. Have a good year, and see you guys next time.